Well, howdy there, McKenna. I'm not exactly sure what you're having problems with, but I'll just kind of go over graphing inequalities for you real quickly. Like if you have an inequality like x is greater than 4, to graph that, so let's say this number right here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So greater than 4 means any number bigger than 4. Now, since there is no equal sign at the bottom of this, that means it has to be a little bit more than 4. The way we show that is by putting an open circle on 4. That means that 4 itself is not a solution, but anything bigger than 4 is. But 4.1, 4.2, 5, 6, all of those, so we draw it like that. Now, you might also see this inequality this way. And basically, it's the same thing. We're just saying 4 is now less than all your numbers, x. But both of those have this graph right here. Okay. Now, if it said, let's say we had a less than, x is less than or equal to, say, -1. So now on a graph, this means x can be any number smaller than -1. So let's say we have -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Now this time we can equal -1. To show that we can equal -1, we put an open circle, and then less than is of course this way, right? Now notice that this arrow is pointing the same as this arrow right here. That'll always be true as long as the x comes first. If the x comes after it, like I wrote this, then the arrow's going the opposite way. But you can always just turn it around and make it so the x comes first. All right, now if we have a compound inequality, like let's say we have 5 is less than x is less than or equal to 7. Now to do that on a number line, let's say I have 4 here, 5, 6, 7, 8. So right here, it's actually saying 5 is less than x, or switch that around, x is greater than 5. So we're going to start at 5 with an open circle because there is no equal sign there. And then the other part of this says x is less than or equal to 7. So we're going to put a solid circle on 7. Now this means we need to be going smaller than 7, so the left of 7. And this side we need to be going to the right 5. So that means it's actually everything in between those. That's why we use the word and when you see a situation like that. Okay. Now the other situations we've seen are where we have or, like x is less than 2 or x is greater than 5. In that situation, maybe I'll put an equal sign just so they're a little different. X is less than or equal to 2. So let's say I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So less than or equal to 2, we have to include that, so we're going to put a solid circle. And then the arrow is going to be going to the right, just like the arrow in the problem. Smaller than 2. And then at 5, we're going to put an open circle because there is no equal sign with that one. And greater than 5, the arrow's going to the right. Okay. When you see a graph like this, it always goes with the word or. When you see a graph like this, it always goes with the word and. All right. I don't know that helped you, McKenna, but I hope it did. Good luck.